Yo, yo, yo! Welcome back to RNG Unfiltered. 0 to 100 real quick. No, 100 to 0. Welcome back to another Pop Cultured with your boy Ricky.
And Gab, how are we all? Welcome.
How are you, Gab?
Friggin' lovely jubbly there, mate. I'm
It's,
friggin' feeling good.
Different day we're recording, which is kind of nice. It's
Yeah,
kind of
a bit
nice
of a
to
difference, bit of a change up.
break it up, which is kind of nice.
Little
Kind of
bit.
enjoy it, you know?
I actually enjoy sitting behind the camera. It's not that bad.
Yeah, me neither. I do enjoy it too. But it feels nice to do it.
Again, man, give me a second. Let me shuffle my butt forward a little bit.
But like, it feels nice to do it on a different day and different time than we normally. And as you can see, guys, today, well, if you're fucking watching it, it's a bit of like it's an anime related, but more in correlation to manga, and we'll throw in a bit of manhwa and what's
And
the
light
Shield
novels as
Hero.
well.
Light novels.
Just reading in general, I guess. Reading the shows as opposed to watching the shows is probably the biggest thing that today will be. It'll be reading versus watching is kind of the way to go about today.
I kind of do what I do with watching. Like I'll read it and then, because I find obviously I use Shonen Jump, the app, to read, and it's kind of like the series, right?
Yeah.
Like I'll catch up, and then I'm like,
I want to see what's going on.
Like, hurry the fuck up. And then this is the biggest one with fucking Oda, right?
Yeah, because
I'll catch up, yeah. And then he'll be like, oh, sorry, guys, I'm going on a month hiatus.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro.
Because he has the month worth of anime already written, so he can go off while his manga's just sitting there chilling.
It's so fucking annoying.
Well, this is the first time I've ever watched an anime and then continued the manga.
Yeah.
Because normally I try to read stuff I haven't watched.
Oh, okay.
Or I'll read stuff like I read Tokyo Ghoul after I finished watching the first episode, but I only read the first book. Because I didn't continue on it.
I've done both, but I'll go in One Piece only because like. I've done the same, but I got sick of watching Dressrosa.
Yeah, look.
Bro, like, for me, it's one of my least favorite arcs. I mean, not because of, like, anime-wise, like, watching-wise.
Yeah.
One of my least favorites, because I'm like, bro, fucking, I forget the count, but fuck, 150, 180 episodes on one fucking day.
Well, technically speaking, isn't Wano? No, Wano's a couple days.
No, Wano's like a few weeks.
Yeah. Okay.
So like that's why I'm sick of Dressrosa.
Yeah, I don't know. I've got some people I know that really enjoyed Dressrosa, and to be honest, I didn't mind Dressrosa as a whole, like the whole arc. I think, but if you put it into a perspective where you've watched 150 episodes. And it's all in one day. But that also means that one day was so full of shit going on. It's like, what the fuck?
Like, the concept is cool, but for me, I'm just like, fuck me. Like, and because, like, as I watch subbed.
Yeah.
So I'm like...
Well, I watched Dressrosa dub, so I was like...
so it's easy. Like, you can pretty much just be like, yep. And I'm just there, I'm just like, hurry the fuck up. But then what I did, though, is I started reading for Dressrosa. I'm up to date. I'm not going to talk much on it.
I'm like 20 chapters away.
Gab's not up to date, and I don't want to spoil it. But it's fucking amazing now.
Like, for anyone who's up to date in the anime, I'm not going to give any spoilers, but just from the anime, not even the manga side of things, when you sit down and you watch One Piece... the amount of shit that is going on right now, that it is building up towards, the amount of hype that is generating for the series is ridiculous. Now, if they can't live up to this hype, this anime will have had the biggest drop in the world.
You know what's...
If it lives up to the hype, though...
You know what's funny? Like, interesting, though? One Piece is one of those series, like manga and anime, where I'm getting more hype from just fucking reading it. Like, I'll just be at home or on the toilet. I'm like, fuck, let's go! And then it's like...
Imagine Ricky chucking and I'm just like, yeah!
Bro, it's like... Especially when Luffy went Gear 5, I'm just like, fuck it, let's go! I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, see, when it came to, I know we're not really talking about manga at this. Actually, no.
No.
Like in the manga now, because I'm reading. I'm a bit ahead now, so I
Yeah.
went and watched the last 2 episodes that were
Yeah.
released, and I'm like, I've already watched this. No, I've read this,
it.
but it's happening now, and
But-
so I'm like, it's actually nice to have read it before you watch it.
Yeah.
It's a whole different
'Cause
vibe.
That's what I did with Wano. Because I was up to date. So what I did is, like, I was way ahead in Wano. So I was like, you know what I'll do? I think I watched half or maybe 2/3 of Wano. Just because I'm like, the animation was
Animation
like
for Wano was top tier.
fucking amazing.
Especially the 3 big fights, they were so
Yeah, no, like, that's the one thing I did do is, like, I can go back and watch it and be, like, involved. Like, my eyes be like, oh, fucking...
good. Yeah, you've already got the plot, now you're just enjoying the
I'm just
animation.
enjoying it for the animation. But as well, like, side note, I've done it with, have you seen Noragami?
That's similar to the No Name, isn't it?
No. It's a series.
No, I know which one it is. I haven't watched it. No, I haven't watched it.
So, I watched the first half, and correct me if I'm wrong, but like Kai was saying that a lot of anime, I could be wrong, guys. Like, this is what I remember being told is a lot of anime is like promotion for the manga.
Yeah, it
So
is,
they
generally.
will do like one season
A
as
lot-
such.
It's yes and
Like,
no, because
it
in a lot of them,
depends.
so if the book has enough hype, it'll get an
Yeah.
anime adaptation, and then the anime in then turn helps them keep
Yeah.
writing the book. But a lot of the reason why a lot of people only do one season half the time is because of affordability.
Yeah.
But yes, they
pro-
make
like-
the one season. They use that as an advertisement.
Yeah.
People are like, oh my god, the storyline and this
So,
is really good. And
That's
then they keep.
that's
they
what I
go
did
and read
with
it.
Noragami. I
Is
went.
that the one that made you cry? That make you
No,
cry?
no.
No, that's a different one.
No.
That's Clanad. I think Clanad is the one that Kobe said if you watch it, you'll cry.
But I watched it, then I read it, and I
Yeah.
thoroughly enjoyed it. There's some series, I've always been like this, though. It's like, series and, like, this is going into TV shows and movies. If I get told of how good it is too much, I don't watch it. Or I don't read it.
Overhype. Something no, but even if you go and watch and read it, it's already been overhyped to the fact that
it's
you
not
can't
even
watch it.
it's not even watching it. Like, if I get told by, say, you, Sarah,
Alright, bro. One
like,
Piece is the best anime in the world. You
sorry,
should
it's
watch
too
it.
late. It's too late. I've already out. But like, for coming, like, newcomer, I don't watch it.
So have you
But-
watched like your Demon Slayers,
I haven't watched Demon Slayer. Oh no, I watched
the first
season 1,
I watched season 1 and then stopped.
and then I
Um,
tried reading.
Have you watched
it.
JJK?
No.
Have you watched what's the third one now? MHA? My Hero Academia?
Yeah, I read that.
Oh, you read that.
No, I watched it, and then for me,
Oh,
this
you just told me that actually.
This is what happens sometimes as well for me, is like, if I can't be bothered going back to watch where I left off, because most of the time I don't remember, I'll just start reading. So that's what happened with me in My Hero. I just started reading.
Yeah.
And I finished it last week. Or this
I
week.
think they finished writing it last week anyway.
The last
Did you see
chapters are-
Oda's what was it called? Like tribute to MHA?
Nah.
So there's a scene in One Piece, like in the manga, that is of Smoker at the end. They have a page that's got Smoker on it. And it's like a specific art. And apparently that same artwork was
Oh, no, I
the
did see-
artist of MHA sent a fan art to Oda when Smoker first got introduced 20
Yeah,
years ago.
I saw
And
that.
now he put it back.
I saw that. That was cool.
For all the One Piece has gone for that long, motherfuckers
started-
raised like a whole become a full adult, created his own anime, is having it compete as one of the biggest 3 animes of the era,
Yes.
and One Piece is still going.
I'm kind of like...
It's kind of
you know,
fun.
this is-
Finished before, sorry.
This
finished
is
before
what
One Piece.
I find annoying. It's annoying because I'm like, I fucking want to talk to you about it,
Oh, the
but you're
next
not
couple-
up to
We
fucking
also
date.
don't want to
Yeah, like,
spoil for these.
but
guys.
like,
We're talking about after the cameras.
no,
when the
but
cameras
like, the thing is with you guys, right? I can at least go off Gab
yeah, it's true.
and like
I'm
up
like-
to where he's at,
well,
but
I'm I'm only 20 chapters behind.
No,
Is there
but
that
like,
much that happened
say
in 20
in-
chapters?
Yes.
Fuck.
Yeah. Yeah. So like, One Piece especially.
I've got to call
In
this
the-
episode One Piece.
In the fucking last 20 or so chapters that has happened, a lot of shit has come like into play. Where I was talking to Gab the other week, it's like, oh, you want this? Psych. You want that? Fuck. And then it's like shit you don't want. You're like, what the actual fuck is going on? So, even like My Hero, I can't talk to you because you're not there.
I haven't read My Hero.
Yeah.
I'm actually watching it. I just watched the last episode now.
So, other than manga and One Piece and My Hero, you've read a lot of light novels. What do you find is the difference between light novels and manga?
Light novels wise, yeah. Look, I haven't read too many actually.
It's probably more than me,
Yeah,
though.
it is probably more than you. So I've read The Rising of the Shield Hero. Now that's up there. That's actually Kobe's. So
Yeah, I had it for like 5 years.
True. You had it
bro.
for years. You never read it, so I took it off you.
Because he was asking for it, and then I was
and then I
like,
took it off him.
Yeah,
then he gave it to me.
I remember when I gave it to him.
Shield
too.
Hero, I read the first book, and then I actually had it on a pile to get back to him, but then because we had today's episode, I just put it up. There. But it is with a pile of his shit. I've enjoyed reading that, and then when the anime came out, I went and watched that straight away, and that was pretty good. I actually really enjoyed the Shield Hero. That wasn't too bad.
Because like with the light novel, is it more like an actual book?
Yeah, it's an actual book.
Oh, okay.
Now the thing with like I read more of the light novels on like those reading, like the reading apps, kind of like Webtoon, like the Chinese ones.
Yeah.
I've got one that's a Chinese book that's translated, and I've been reading that for ages. I'm at like chapter 2000 out of 4000, like, and they're still writing for that shit. So I'm like, I haven't read it in like a year because I was so far behind, and it also costed me a lot to read that book. Like the app I was using charged me essentially a lot per chapter, and it just started occurring a big expense. But mainly I actually read manhwas as opposed to manga because I'm a child, man. I love color. I love fucking color. So like Solo Leveling, and I read like 3 other Chinese ones and a couple other Korean ones. And I'm just like,
the manhwas are Korean.
Korean and Chinese.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's called something else for Chinese, but yeah, Manwha is.
Because I got these guys, and another mate called Lockie, and a few other boys have like read Solo Leveling. I'm like, I've been trying to, like, I'll do my like little research.
Watch the anime now.
Yeah.
I actually really enjoyed the anime. I thought they did a really good job in adaptation of the book.
Yeah, because for manhwas, I'm like, I wouldn't mind just reading with color.
Yeah. It is nice. Like, so I've read a few. Now, honestly, one of the ones I started reading, I read 400 chapters of it, and then realized I was like 100 chapters away, and the artist just stopped making it.
Oh,
like,
what?
Like 2 years ago, and I was like, what? I was like, motherfucking telling me that now
What?
after I've read 80% of this shit.
That's cooked.
But like some of the other shit I've watched is like read. It's just like the problem is a lot of it is kind of like isekai and like isekai vibes, and a lot of it is like one OP main character.
Yeah.
And like it's fun at its time. I can't sit down and read 6 mangas. Like, there is heaps of other ones, but like I sit down, or like a lot of it is like Solo Leveling. It's that style where this guy rocks up and now he has to level up, or he has to get himself stronger, and he gets himself grind so hard that now he's a freaking beast at whatever it is. And like there's a couple that are like fun and goofy. There was one that I used to watch. It was like a remake of Tower of God. It was like a spin-off, and it was like, you know, he got the ability he became a hunter or whatever it is, like similar to Soul Leveling, and he could level up. And they're good fun, but I just like nowadays, honestly, especially for me, like I prefer to just watch now. I don't read as much. I'm starting to read more. Like I've got into reading One Piece. I got into reading, I'm reading another light novel on my phone at the moment. And it's just, I don't have as much time to just sit down and read.
Because like, with Noragami, I got all the hard copies.
Oh yeah.
But I found like, because like, I know you got it recently, the Shonen Jump app.
Mm.
Like, what I love
Pretty
about...
good app.
Yeah,
Pretty
no,
good app.
like, for
So
what it
$6,
is...
$5
I
a month or
mentioned
whatever.
it
Yeah,
to you
so that's why I went and did it.
Yeah.
Because I knew like One Piece and stuff were all on there. So I
Yeah,
went and signed up
like-
for Shonen Jump.
I love hard copies, but what I've loved about having the Shonen Jump app...
Accessibility.
Yeah, because, like, if I'm out or whatever, I'll just download, say,
train or
20
something.
episodes...
Mm.
20 chapters, right? And it's like, you just go through it, and I'll be at gym, I'll read, like, a few pages, like, go back, and then it's... Also, it's like, you got to spare 5 minutes or whatever. You can smash out a chapter or
Pretty
two.
simply, yeah.
And it's...
Well, that's where like I started reading it with like especially when I went to Sydney. Now, unfortunately, I didn't get as I was driving a lot of the drive,
Yeah.
so I didn't have as much time to read as I would have liked to. And like on the one bit where honestly though, how I got so close was because I spent 2 hours reading on the
And you
car.
kind of lose track
And you
of
do.
it.
You just go, and you just keep reading, and the next minute you're freaking at home. You're like,
Yeah.
what? Fuck.
Because, like, with One Piece, this was maybe, not last year, maybe the year before, possibly. When I went from Dressrosa to the manga of Dressrosa, I was pumping out, like, 200 chapters a week. I was just I was just reading it non-stop. Every chance I had, I was at work, I'd be reading it. I'd be on the toilet, I'd be reading it. I'd be laying down, I'd be reading it. But it's so good. It's like, because, like, even with Apple, like, I got the Shonen Jump on my iPad.
Yeah.
And they fixed it now, finally.
So now it's across.
Yeah, so now it's got cloud saving or whatever it is, where if I've up to chapter 1100, I can go to 11.1 or 1100. But...
Also, we forgot to cheers.
Oh, cheers.
Halfway through the episode.
Cheers.
We'll do it, but we did forget. And welcome to RNG Unfiltered.
I will say I do enjoy reading, only because it like I mentioned, I'm like, you spend 5 minutes,
And
you read 2 chapters. Like, I started a new manga the other day. It's about an exorcist. I forget.
I watched Blue Exorcist.
It's not Blue Exorcist.
That's a good one. There's a lot of exorcism ones out there.
It was a recent one. Let me...
While you find that and you've processed what you want, I got to know what's your favorite and what's your most hated manga/manhwa or light novel, whatever it is.
Look, I'm not gonna go manhwa or light novel only because I haven't.
Yeah. I'm just saying whatever you've read. Out of whatever you've read, what's your favorite? While you figure out what
manga. It's One Piece, but I'm gonna probably say Noragami. Only because I'm like, it's actually decent.
Noragami sounds too familiar for me. Is it a god one?
Yeah.
Is it the one where like he's a god or like he gets a weapon or something?
He's a god that only does
one person.
No, you only have to pay him like 1 yen.
Yeah, he's a cheap god.
But before that, he was a.
Is it a girl as well, like the main character?
A girl is a main character.
He's. Does he fight like a centipede-looking thing on the first episode or first chapter?
Not that I remember.
I feel like you fight something in the first, and it's like at a school or some shit. I swear of Noragami
Ultimate
sounds too familiar.
Exorcist Kyoshi.
That sounds alright.
Like, it's 7 chapters. There's 8 chapters now.
Ooh, man.
But pretty much like the concept.
Yeah, no, it is the one I'm thinking about. I've watched the anime of this.
Oh, okay.
I've watched the first series. Season, I'm pretty
sure.
So,
the Ultimate Exorcist, pretty much, he went to exorcist school to learn. Like, he's only 16. He's like pretty much the best exorcist. At it. Well, there's higher ups, but
best 16-year-old.
he had private lessons, all this, and then you got like, the 7, like, devil gods or whatever. I forget what, like...
7 deadly sins?
They're the warlords or lords of... Like, 7 lords of the underground. And pretty much just in the first, like, 3 chapters or 2 chapters, he one-shots 2 of them.
Alright,
but it's so far, like, it's actually intrigued me. I find it a bit harder to get into stuff.
Yeah.
But I find like with the Shonen Jump app, I feel like I'm like hella promoting this.
Yeah. Shonen Jump sponsoring.
But like you can download 5 chapters, and you spend 20 minutes just reading.
Yeah.
And you can be like, do I like it? Do I not like it? And you don't have to read it
Yeah,
again.
exactly.
My least liked one. Oh, only it's a love. I haven't read it. Actually, I won't go with it. But what I was gonna say is Promised Neverland. It's a
Okay.
love.
I've heard about it. I haven't watched it.
I read probably halfway through. It's a love because it's good. It's a hate because the anime did injustice to it.
Yeah, okay. It's one of those ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fair enough.
But what about you? Do you have a
Favorite favorite book would be probably One Piece, and then my most not liked was I started reading. I can't remember what the name of it was. Actually, no. Favorite would be Solo Leveling. Favorite manga was Solo Leveling. Most hated is the one. Nah, the most hated one is the one I freaking read like 400 chapters of, and then realized the artist didn't develop.
Oh.
Because that just tipped me off. I was like, fuck. So it's never gonna finish. But yeah, from there, I will. What do you prefer, manga or TV?
Yeehaw! No. Well, I'm a bit of both.
Yeah. Okay.
Like, only because I know we're talking heavily. I'll add Demon Slayer in on this too. Is I enjoy the animation style, like especially recently what, Toei or Toei animation are doing, and then whoever's doing Demon Slayer. I don't really.
Honestly, all the new animes nowadays have really good animation.
Yeah, like just animation wise, I'm loving it because it's, even if I don't watch it, I'll watch a clip on YouTube, and I'll be like, this damn, like yeah, like. But what I do love though about doing both, like I've done with One Piece, is reading it and then watching it, and you're like. It's I have
do
so
think
much more love.
Yeah, I think reading and watching is a nice way to go, and I've been enjoying doing that for the last few episodes of One Piece.
It's more love for whatever it is, because you're like, fucking god damn. Especially being like with you, right? I'll be so far ahead. I'll be like, some good shit's coming.
Yeah, well, you guys never told me about all the stuff that happened in One Piece, which I appreciate it because I got to experience all of it firsthand. The tears, the freaking love, all of it.
So Lockie and I talked about One Piece a lot.
Yeah.
And he would let me go off him. Like I think I did with you. You'd like be like, "Oh, does this happen?" I'll be like,
I just fucking watch it.
I like
just watch it,
I'm
man.
like, you're close, and then especially spoiler alert, especially like with Water 7 and the war. It's like you mentioned. It's like Ace gets let free, and then he fucking dies. You're like,
Ace Saga. What do they call it? Donut Ace.
You're like, man.
When the Mary takes a nice journey.
Oh, Mary, that was
heartbreaking. Never thought I'd ever feel emotions for a fucking inanimate object.
Yeah. But it really, like, to an extent, it was, but it wasn't. Because it had the spirit.
Based on our our manga conversation, we went to One Piece, but I think it's time for Game of the Week.
Yes, as you guys...
Wait, what's the... Welcome to Game of the Week.
Thank you. Thank you for joining us today.
I don't know, for those who are watching, will already have seen a specific game that's been on display in position of other games.
Dominion.
Yes, it's called Dominion. A lot of my friends are big fans of this game. Personally, it's one of my favorite board games to this day, and is the one that got me into board games.
I enjoy it. I've played it quite, not as much as you, but I thoroughly enjoy it.
Yeah, it is a very, very easy... I won't say easy. Actually, no, complex but simple. Because So the idea of the game, it's a deck building game. You start off with 10 cards and you pay money and stuff to get more cards to then build up your deck to then buy points. Now you're not fighting against each other. You're purely just building a deck to buy points, and whoever has the most points at the end of the game wins. Now you see, I have two boxes there and the base cards. The base cards is just a reprint of the cards you have to use in every game. But in every single box, there is about 20 to 30 individual sets of cards, which are the cards you use to play, like you use to build your deck with. And so the replayability of this game is ridiculously high. Yeah. So high replayability, and if you just get the base set and prosperity, the two sets I've got, which is Dominion base and prosperity, they're very easy sets to play with.
What I've liked, I will say about this, there's a lot of expansions.
Oh yeah, I've got 2 out of like 13.
Yeah,
13
and a
or
lot
15
of like different
ways to play the game.
Yeah, different ways to play it, and like with the boys, it's what, like you said, it's complex but simple.
Yeah.
Because it's like the boys will be like, yo, you want to play, and we'll just sit there. We'll be like, and then Adrian will like, it'll be like you, Adrian, Kobe, me, and then we're like, Adrian, fucking hurry up, it's your turn.
It's Adrian or me. Like, what happens is, so, because the game, on the bare minimum, like, if you just play the dumbest of dumbest ways, you can still build a deck to a point where you can buy coins and buy points. Because you can upgrade your coins. You start with, like, coppers, which are worth 1, up to golds, which are worth 3. And they just, like, it just is one card worth more than the other. But, like, you can still get to a end game point where you can buy points if you just play based on the bare minimum. But then you also can generate edges, pardon me. Like, I actually played this game last night with a couple of mates, and while they were all sitting with 30, 40 card decks, I literally had 12 cards in my hand, and I could cycle and buy a point every single turn.
Oh, nice.
And then I got to the point where I was able to cycle through that shit as well, because once you buy the victory point cards, they're dead cards and they fill up your hand, so you need to find a way to get them out of your hand so you can use more cards. And I was able to just buy a point every single turn.
So it is a 2 to 4, but with expansion you can go up to
6.
Can you go?
You go up to 6. I highly recommend not passing 4.
Yeah.
Because once you get 5 to 6 player versions, it becomes very, very time consuming. If you have 6 people and you want to play the game, split it into 2 games. Play a 3-player game here and a 3-player game there, or a 4 and a 4, because once you play with 6, you want to rip your hair out.
Because, I've only ever played with 4. It's kind of... This and Catan were
which will be one in the future.
one of the few early games I've played. But, I've just quite... Pardon?
I think it should be a staple.
Same with Catan.
Well, Catan is.
Yeah.
But,
it's just enjoyable. Like, 4 players... You know, you kind of just get pissy at each other or be like, fuck my hand, shit.
Yeah. There is attack cards and defensive cards as well. So, like, you can play a card where it makes everyone around you have to discard 2 of their cards from their hand. So they start their hand with 3 cards. Or you've got a card that gives person a -1, like a card called a curse, which is a -1 point card. It's a dead card that minuses 1 point from your whole total. So they're absolutely shit.
What?
But there is cards that let you trash, which then let you remove that junk out of your hand.
What is your favorite out of the Dominion?
I love Prosperity and Base because Prosperity adds more money and more points, so it just makes the game scale a lot higher.
Because I don't think I've played Prosperity. I think I've Hun?
Get you a run soon.
Yeah, I think I've just played Base. Yeah. But I don't know if I've already said this, but I enjoy board games, but because I was tired.
During our board game saga, essentially, you were too busy with work.
Yeah.
But no, like, you obviously, we're going PAX this year as well, which you can play some more board games.
I still need to buy my ticket.
Oh, Kev, I think those Saturdays 80% sold out already.
Yeah, I'm going
to
buy.
You might have to go suss it out.
Yes.
Anyways, we can do that after the episode.
I'll probably do it Saturday and
Sunday. For anyone that does... On the small chance we have anyone that is external from our friends group that meets us at PAX, we'll be at PAX.
We'll be at PAX. I'll make a special appearance
for a little bit.
He'll
be carrying he'll be a little.
I'm just gonna be driving the lime. I'm just gonna be driving the lime scooters.
Yeah,
bro.
All around Melbourne City.
Last year, that was some good shit.
Yeah.
But I love PAX.
Yeah, PAX is good fun.
By Sunday, I was like, I'm fucking over you guys. Like,
Yeah.
fucking laters.
Friday, Saturday, comes to Sunday, everyone gets tired.
Yeah.
Harry Mack's going to be in Melbourne that Sunday. For anyone who... Harry Mack, the guy that does the freestyle rapping.
Oh.
Yeah, not many people know him, but like, a lot of people I talk, like, out of our friends group don't know him, but he's a really good freestyle rapper.
Yeah.
Anyways.
That's a
different conversation.
That's a different combo.
But yeah, so recommended game, Dominion for the week from us. Highly recommend, easy to play.
So, yes, as you guys can tell, Gab knows a lot more about board games than me. I just rock up and play.
Well, I'm the one that fucking pays for it. So what do you expect me to do?
That's why we come to your house. But no, yeah. So like, guys, like I know my knowledge is a bit bare minimum on certain games.
You'll get
but
there.
I enjoy just playing them.
Yeah.
Than not. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah,
It's
of
like
course.
if someone's like, "Oh, come play Dominion," I'll be like,
Yeah, why not?
"Yeah, all right, cool, like sweet." And also, we got a TCG.
Yes, we're having a TCG night this Friday between me and my friends, and we're starting to actually play a whole different range of TCGs, going from your traditional Yu-Gi-Oh! Magic towards the stuff like Digimon, One Piece,
and hopefully,
Vanguard.
One Piece is coming back.
One Piece.
But
Gonna rock up just up as Luffy for one year.
overall, like, back to manga, like, even just anime itself, do you prefer TV, like anime, or reading? Because
I prefer anime. There's not
Yeah.
even a question about it. Like, I
Yeah.
prefer anime. I just enjoy having it on there.
Is it more because of the visual?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Visual and audio. I'm a very audio person, so I
Yeah.
like to have the audio going.
Because, like, I know for me, I get quite fixated.
Fixated, yeah.
So it's like reading. That's why I was able to read so much in such a
Yeah.
short time. But
I can do that too, but I do.
Yeah.
I just anime is just such an easy thing for me to do as opposed to because reading.
I-
I feel like I need to sit down and actually be actively reading, whereas anime is background.
yeah, I think as well too. It's like, it's probably because what was I gonna say? Visualization.
Yeah.
And no, you watch dub more than
Yeah,
sub.
well, only because I do it. As
Yeah.
just like now,
Yeah.
now that I'm watching everything subbed, I have to watch it in
yeah,
its time.
because like I watch all of it sub, so that's why I tend to read.
Yeah, of course. Anyways,
yes,
I think that will be it for today.
Yes, that is
Anime, manga, and manhwa,
But
and game.
yeah, if
Dominion.
if there's any anime,
Manga recommendations,
recommendations,
put them in the comments
because
section.
I'm trying to start some more, which I have been.
Yep.
So hopefully in the future we start reading one together, and then tell you about it.
How we feel.
Yeah, and that is RNG Unfiltered.
We
out.